All right, I hope this thing's working, and I hope you can hear me. Because if not, I'm gonna have to re-record this whole thing. But before I post this, I'll definitely take a listen. So I was gonna start a whole podcast, do slice of life, talk about sports, talk about whatever in pop culture, kind of just do it like a 5, 10, 15 minute kind of thing. I kind of done a radio show type of thing at the University of Houston this past semester, 2025 September through November, December, whatever it was, and I enjoyed it. And I listened to the Sports Radio 610. I listen to the guys every day. I'm in the YouTube chat. I'm texting in. And I see a lot of people giving their takes. Sometimes I hear the radio host giving their takes. I'm like, what are they talking about? One of the courses I actually took this semester, we didn't learn anything. I had a terrible professor. But one of the things that we kind of talked about was like starting your own podcast kind of thing. And it was something that always kind of stuck with me. But I always thought the market was kind of like oversaturated. Like everybody has a voice, everybody wants to be heard, which is fine. I think everybody deserves to feel like they need to be heard. But some of y'all's takes. I was in the YouTube chat. We after the CJ Stroud debacle. We need to get Lamar Jackson. We need to get Joe Burrow. Uh, and I'm just like, I want to see how y'all play fantasy football because ain't nobody taking C.J. Stroud head up for Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow or Josh Allen was another one I was saying. We need to get Josh Allen. It's just and you see lately because the trade that today's February 2nd. It's 11:41 a.m. Eastern time as I'm talking. Central time as I'm talking. And another take that they had recently was we need to trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. Let's give up Şengün. Let's give up Reed Shepard. Let's give up Jabari. Let's give up Tari. Let's give up picks. And there's all sorts of variations of that, but essentially, Şengün for Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, Giannis, whatever you want to call him. And I don't think that's the way to go. I think Giannis is the Greek freak. I mean, he's earned his name. Dude's just physically on another planet. Maybe Wembanyama can compare to him, but even then, Wembanyama's a lot of skin and bones. But maybe he get there. But I don't think he can close the game. I don't think he can bring the ball up court. He can't shoot. And then Ron the Show Hughley was saying that it's fine if he can't shoot. He can command a double team and that'll leave a guy open. Okay, well, if we still have Amen Thompson on the team, Amen still can't shoot. So unless Giannis could teach Amen how to shoot, that still doesn't solve the issues of shooting and bringing the ball up the court. Yeah, it might take a little bit of the load off of KD, but still can't close a game. Game on the line, they're still going to go KD. I don't trust Giannis to close the game out. But Super Bowl week this Sunday is the Super Bowl. Got the Seattle Seahawks. Got the New England Patriots. And if I post, I'd like to post again later this week and get a little bit more into that. That's originally what I was wanting to talk about today. You gotta excuse me as I gotta. This is my first time even recording myself talking about sports. And like looking at myself on the camera is kind of weird. Like when I did the radio thing gig, Majiggy. Anyways, when I was doing that for a little bit, it was cool because I could like just kind of like look out into like the abyss and just kind of talk and go off. And there was a sporting event going on. Typically, it was like NCAA football because it was like a Friday night kind of deal. So it was a game going on, or there was a baseball playoffs going on. I could talk about the NFL game the night before, but here I'm kind of like in the dead zone. I mean, I could talk about basketball. There's 82 games in a season, 30 teams. Like, come on. So we'll talk about the Rockets this year. We'll talk about the Cougs. Whose house? Cougs house, baby. Let's go. But I just left the grocery store, and every time I leave the grocery store, I always think about when I'm pushing that cart back to the car. And I always bring it up to my wife. It's just one of those things. It's a reaction, but it's called the shopping cart theory. I saw it on Reddit one day. Maybe I saw it on 4chan. Maybe it was a 4chan Reddit crossover post. I got a photo right up in front of me that I don't know how to share it on the screen yet. If I do this long enough, I'll eventually live stream it and have everything up on the side over here somewhere. But I don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna just read it. But it's the ultimate test of good versus evil is the way I think about it. You're a good person who gets nothing out of being a good person and just does the right thing. You're just a value to society, or you're a bad person. There's nothing wrong with that either in the case of what's actually going on. So, the shopping cart theory. The shopping cart is the ultimate litmus test for whether a person is capable of self-governing. To return the shopping cart is an easy, convenient task and one which we all recognize as the correct, appropriate thing to do. To return the shopping cart is objectively right. There are no situations other than dire emergencies in which a person is not able to return their cart. Simultaneously, it is not illegal to abandon your shopping cart. Therefore, the shopping cart presents itself as the apex example of whether a person will do what is right without being forced to do it. No one will punish you for not returning the shopping cart. No one will fine you or kill you for not returning the shopping cart. You gain nothing by returning the shopping cart. You must return the shopping cart out of the goodness of your own heart. You must return the shopping cart because it is the right thing to do, because it is correct. A person who is unable to do this is no better than an animal, an absolute savage who can only be made to do what is right by threatening them with a law and the force that stands behind it. The shopping cart is what determines whether a person is a good or bad member of society. Let that sink in for a second. What kind of person are you? Do you return the shopping cart? Do you not return the shopping cart? I'll be honest. It's something that was always like growing up is like, why do we return the shopping cart? My parents always return the shopping cart, but it was always one of those things like, why? Like, you could just leave it here. Like, what happens if you don't? Nothing. Nothing happens. And I remember as I got older, when I became when I started to go to the grocery store without my parents, I'd leave that thing in the middle of the street. I'd leave that thing in a parking spot. I, I'd see people coming up trying to park, and I'd put it right there, just being stupid. It was fun. I'm not gonna lie, I still think it's kind of funny, but I knew then it was wrong, and I know today it was wrong. I think it's less funny now. Like as a child, like I'm like, sometimes I think I'm just a grown kid. But I know the difference between right and wrong. I knew it then. I know it now. I knew it as a child. Um, can I use that as an excuse though? Like I was a child doing that when I was 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever it was. And kids don't know any better, but I did know better. I did know that that was wrong thing to do, but I did it anyways. I know today that hey, if shopping cart, I got to put it either got to take it back to the rack at the front, or I got to take it to the little like area that they have for it with all the other shopping carts. And that's what I normally do. If I take it back to the front, like I'm leaving it at the front, like whatever. At that point, maybe it doesn't get in like properly, but it's there. Someone could take it, whatever. It's not in the way, right? It's not like bothering or stopping somebody from getting to from point A to point B. So that's something I always think of, and I wonder what most of society does. I would like to think, and this is a conversation I have with people all the time. Anytime we get into society, are people naturally good? Get in the whole religion. I'm not going to get into the whole religious thing, but um, like I would hope the people of the world put their shopping carts back, make life easier for other people. I've seen instances where people don't, where adults, old people, young people, adults, kids, whatever, people who should know the difference between right and wrong, not do anything with a shopping cart. They just leave it there, leave it in the way. Sometimes I'll be looking for a parking spot. And I got the spot. Let's go. No, there's a cart right there, so I gotta make sure I don't hit it, or I gotta get out and move it, whatever, or whatever. I'm just gonna look for a different spot. So there are those instances. I think that people are just gonna do whatever conveniences them the most. So a lot of people will just be like, I'm gonna just leave it here. So I guess to answer my own like rhetorical question, I guess it's not rhetorical at this point because I'm asking it. But to answer, I don't think most people put back their shopping carts, and I would like to think that people would want to be good, want to be like, hey, I'm gonna put back the shopping cart. But at least here in the United States of America, at least here in Houston, Texas, where we're at, I don't think I see enough of that. I don't think I see enough to be like, yeah, I think, most of the world, they just take back their shopping carts. Um, I'll be the first to tell you I'm a selfish person, but I always, since I saw that anyways, I always take back my shopping cart. So, the ultimate test of good versus evil. We'll get into sports later this week. We'll talk about the Saints playing in Paris, who may not play. Kellen Moore's got some good stuff going on over there. They were able to heat it up towards the end of the season. We'll talk about the NBA trade deadline coming up. KD just made the All-Star game. LeBron made his 22nd straight All-Star game. March Madness is about a month and a half away. So we'll get into all of that. Super Bowl this Sunday, of course. We'll definitely have to talk about that. Um, I hate Seattle. I hate the people of Seattle. If you're watching this and you're from Seattle, yeah, I'm talking about you. I hate New England. I hate the people of New England. If you're watching this, yes, I'm talking about you. I can't cheer for the Patriots. Grew up a Dolphins and Texans fan, and Tom Brady in the hoodie, they tormented my childhood, so I can't cheer for them. Now, I will say about the Seahawks, I don't actually have beef with the team, but I do have beef with the same people that root for the Mariners. Those are the same people that if Altuve gets one coming to his head, whoop, yeah, I can't cheer for you. Those are the same people that when George Springer in the ALCS took one to the knee, they yeah, nope, can't cheer for you. So, yeah, it's just a slice of life. I think we're a little over the 10-minute mark. I did a little more talking than I wanted to today. But if you watch this, thank you. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me I suck. Tell me I don't suck. Tell me to kick rocks. Tell me not to kick rocks, whatever. And if I'm alive, I will catch y'all again soon. Hopefully I am, because the Super Bowl's coming up. Spider-Man's coming up this summer. Avengers Doomsday. Hopefully we get to talk about those. But anyways, I am out.